Like I was thinking about this earlier, and I was thinking, I was like, yo, it's crazy how like every solution to the problem that you have can be found in the book. Like literally every solution, the solution to every problem that we know of right now, at least, can be found in the book. You got money problems, someone wrote down a solution for it, a potential solution for it. So like for the solution to be able to matter to you, it has to be applicable to your situation. So for instance, if you're not having love problems, then the book won't seem like it's the solution for you because you're not looking even for the answer or for a solution because you don't have a problem. And most people think like that. The people who really change the world are the people that know how to find solutions for problems that people don't understand yet, or for problems that we think don't exist. And the reason why I put quotations around thinking, I said like that, because it's like, truly, how much stuff do we really know will exist and won't exist when it comes to problems? Um, and I've said that before in the past. I was like, for you got to think, for every problem there's a solution, but on the flip side too, for every solution there's a problem with embedded in that. And I feel like a lot of people who make money and people who are like true innovators and true futurists and thought leaders and forward thinking type of people, they also know how to find and think about the potential problem within a solution. So, for instance, the telephone, the cell phone, the mobile phone, the phone that you got, iPhone, Apple, Android, whatever you use, that solved the problem once upon a time. A long, long once upon a time, we didn't have telecommunication that was mobile that you can take around. Same way with a car. We didn't have cars that can do what cars can do. You combine two solutions, place them together, you have a new problem. Texting and driving. Let me add text. Sorry, before there was even texting, there was just phones, and then there was messaging and emails, and then there was everybody had the whole little sidekicks, and you have remember. I know if you're old enough, you can. If you're old enough, you know about the BlueBerry era sidekicks. Two solutions equals another problem if they're combined, and someone can find that issue within them. Texting and driving, a whole new problem. So look, a solution, something that started off as a problem, they found the solution, and then the problem came out of the solution. So I say that to say, if a problem is applicable to you or whatever that problem may be, then there's a solution that can be applicable to you as well. And I feel like for any problem that you have, there is a solution in it that's in the book. Now, if that's the case, I think is I think that most people fall in a couple categories. Let me see how many categories I can say. What my five? Actually, I don't even have my five. I don't even know my five. Yeah, I'm tripping. I don't got it. I'll probably go back and get it real quick. Um, Let me get it real quick. Hold on, real quick. I'm tripping hard. I'll be back real quick, y'all. My mind a bit, man. Yeah, like this real quick. My bad. And when I mean five, I mean this type of five. But yeah, like I was saying, there's a couple categories that people fall in. I had to go get the Palo Santo. There's a couple categories. That was too big. Dang, man, my homegirl from Spain, she bought me these. She moved back to Spain, but mi bebecita de España, mi coño de Logroño. She from Logroño, Spain. Logroño, Spain. But nigga said coño de Logroño. Tú sabes, ya sabes. Sabes, lo sabes. But yeah, so I was saying like there's certain categories that these people fall into. So when it comes to there being a solution, the solution can be found in the book. Why are you not reading to find the solution? And that's what I mean by the categories. So one category is a group of people who one just don't care about reading, so they won't even look into the solution. And I think they can also be fit in the same categories that the solution is not that big of a deal for them. Because I feel like if you were in dire need, then you would go after whatever it was. So, for instance, if you were like dying on your last breath, and somebody was like, "All you got to do is open this door," that whole "all you got to do" would seem like the easiest thing for you, or you will make or find a way. Like the level of ease and hardship and ease would those vocabularies and words wouldn't even be a factor in your mind. You wouldn't even think like, "Is this hard? Is this like?" Even if it was physically hard for you to do, you would be more focused on the solution because you require it that much because where you are in your life. And I think the people who don't like reading slash the people who aren't suffering enough to care to read to make it to where like, man, even if I don't like doing it, I'ma still do it anyway. Cause who cares if I don't like it? I mean, my problem is that bad that I need to do it. And I think most people fall in that category to where their problem is that bad, but they don't want to do it, and it hasn't gotten bad enough to where it's like it's not life and death. It's not like in the category of breath and breathing and drinking water. Like I don't know if y'all know about Eric Thomas, but Eric Thomas be talking about the whole Eric Thomas be talking about the whole you have to want this as bad as you want breathing. You have to want this as bad as you want air. So I think those people don't sit in that category. So that's the first category. People who aren't suffering enough to seek out the knowledge which is found in the books, which is the solution, slash don't like reading. And then there's the people who don't believe the solution. So they don't believe the success that the clue they don't believe the clues that the successful people are leaving or are left. So that's another one. Like being able to say, like, yo, I actually okay, cool. The solution is there. It seems like people are saying the solution is there, but I just don't believe that that can work for me. That's another category. So people who are not suffering slash just don't care about finding solution in the form of a book. People who may be aware or are aware that the solution does exist, but they just don't believe that it can work for them. And I think, yeah, I mean, is there another category? To be honest, like, yeah, people. And then I think the third part is just really kind of not even up to debate, but just up for y'all, like the world, YouTube. What do y'all think? Why do y'all think if what I'm saying can be more leaning towards the factual side and not if not theory, because I think it's more of a fact, because everything that was ever brought as a solution to somebody's life was put in the form of a book, even down to the Quran, the Bible, any literature that was written from a spiritual or religious aspect all the way back to the times of antiquity and the days of antiquity. Even then, books, math books, how-to books, how like all of these things, all of the fucking problems that you have are in the book. So is it oh, another thing, I think it kind of, so it's two categories, because I was going to say this is another thing, could be a third category, but it's still the first one, is this being too hard. Now if doing the thing that can change your life was easy as popping a pill, most people would do it. So I think that's just another thing that keeps people back, like just the work. That's what it really is. At the end of the day, nobody fucking wants to work. That's what it is. Nobody, people don't really want to work to like solve their issues. And I believe that if people got over the fact that it requires some work, then their life will flow so much easier, because everything that we have and need in our lives to grow and evolve is at our fingertips. Let's just dial it back a little bit and say you don't want to go and pick up a book. Shouts out to my book, Have Your Happiness, JB Waters. Go check it out. on Amazon. All you got to put it in is Have Your Happiness. If that doesn't come up, just put Have Your Happiness, JB Waters. It's on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, Thrift Books, Walmart, Target. I mean, this is anywhere that you can buy it online. If let's just say if you didn't want to go as far as just reading this, and I make all my books are short. I try to make them under 100 pages. That's my goal for every book I release. For the most part, for self help, are under 100 pages because I'm like, brevity is important. We're in a time of short attention span. I want people just to be able to look at this really quick. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm not feeling happy. Then what can I do to work on my happiness? Oh, okay. This book says just write the items down that I feel like they make me happy. And if I'm not feeling happy in that moment, think about the feeling that these things give me and try to think about that same feeling when I'm not having that thing actually. And just try to feel like you're embodying that same feeling even when you're not in possession of that. Cool. And then just be done with it. So let's just say if you're not even the type of person who likes to go here, you still have the knowledge that's readily available and, in my opinion, easily digestible, or should I say, can be easily assimilated at your fingertips via the internet, via online. And it doesn't even have to be like ebooks and Kindle. It can be like just researching and being like how to. So that alone, but just like they're tools. They're all tools. Books are a tool. The internet's a tool. YouTube's a tool, and the same tools may be used with by one person, and the same tool may be used by another person for two different things and get two different results. A hammer can be used to nail in something, or it can also be used to hit somebody over the head trying to rob them. Like no joke. The internet can be used to do research, do investments, do your due diligence for a business or an entrepreneur idea, learn a new craft, learn a new skill, learn something that can help your life evolve and help your life grow. Or the internet can also be used for you just to waste time and bullshit all damn day. So the thing about it is that we all have tools, and depending on who's in possession of the tool and what you're doing with the tool, that what really matters with the tool. And I think like books are that the exact same way. When you have a book, you look into a book, you see a book, and you can either use a book for one thing or you can use a book for another. But my thesis is that every issue and every problem that you have can be found in a book. Like that's like my thesis. That's what I think. Every problem that you have, every issue that you have going on can be found in a book. And if you take the time to focus on the things that you think you're the worst at and really be like so intentional and so hard on yourself to the point that you're just like, man, I just fucking suck at this. Like, and don't feel bad about it. Just like, I suck at this. This is something I need to work on. Even if you get to the point to where you have to ask people, like, where do you think I'm failing at in life? Because a lot of people aren't self aware and are not self conscious. That's why they walk, or should not say walk, excuse me. That's why they pay a lot of attention or spend a lot of time at other people and looking at other people's lives, because they're not used to looking at themselves, and it's so uncomfortable that until you break your comfort zone, like everybody say, I'm not about to do the cliche, but it's so true. But until you break your comfort zone and go do something that's not comfortable, like looking at yourself, you're going to continue to do the thing that is comfortable, which is not looking at yourself, which is going online and looking at other people. So unless you're that type of person, then the only way for you to figure out what you're bad at is to have other people who know you and who can be brutally honest. Now, that's another thing. They say your net worth equals your network, because, I mean, and vice versa, because those people will hold you accountable and they'll show those people that are like you. So, I mean, if you don't know how to have self analyses, you should go back and have somebody else um, tell you and be brutally honest with you. Now, if you don't have self accountability, self analysis to look at yourself and say where you're failing at, so you can find some form of book to start off with to say where you want to grow, and you don't have a circle to hold you accountable for your actions, I'm not gonna say you're fucked, but it will be harder for you to like what will really determine your growth and help your growth and assist you on your learning curve will honestly just have to be the testimonies through trial and error in life. So like if you can't do it on your own and go through the steps of necessarily saying, hey, I have to do this because I want to learn and become better at this because I told myself this is what I'm worst at or I'm not the best at, or have someone hold you accountable and or have someone give their opinion on what you need to grow, then the only way to do it is through just living life and having, just daily testaments to where you check in with yourself and like, damn, I don't like this fucking feeling. And at the end of the day, it's still gonna come back to you having to call that out. So even if you go up and down and you have your peaks and valleys and your ebbs and flows like everybody else does in life, you're still gonna have to have some form of a moment to where you talk to yourself and be honest with yourself and then do something with it. Because like unless you have some severe mental issues and you have some severe like sociopathological mental issues going on or some bipolar or any of those issues, and I think even those people still talk to themselves, but like sociopathic mentalities, then you don't talk to yourself at all in any form or fashion, but I doubt that. So some point in time within that testimonial journey that you'll have to go through to sit back and feel like, yo, this is a hard time in my life. I don't fuck with this. I want something else. I want something different. That's the only other thing I think that will actually give you the chance to want to seek out growth from suffering, from pain. And I say that so much. And I've been in silence for so long online and before I fell back off of Instagram and you know what I'm saying, took some time off of just social media beyond YouTube and slowly coming back to YouTube. But I'm a firm believer that people say that success is on the other side of your comfort zone. And I believe that. But I also believe that success is on the other side of your suffering too. Like success is on the other side of you not being afraid to suffer, on the other side of you. My bad, I'm about to play one of these little beats real quick. I'll be still doing a little demo tracks, the little reference tracks for people and stuff. But I truly believe that suffering is on the other side of success and vice versa. And they live on the other side of each other. And if you know how to like if you truly know how to just if you truly know how to listen to that and listen to that version of yourself that's just like, man, I want to do something, I want to be better, and you trust that, then I think you will have a breakthrough. But most people are too afraid to like go through it and then sit back and say, okay, where can I fit this into my life for me to be able to grow? But that's why I feel like when you are living your life and you are trying to grow, you will find things to reach out to you to help you. But when you're not open, those things won't come to you because every time they come to you, they hit a brick wall and like, well, I'm gonna go to somebody else who is open. That's why opening up a book and being open will allow you to have knowledge come into you because the solutions to your problems are present, y'all. That's the one thing I don't want people to think in life is that the solution to your problem don't exist. The solution to your problem exists. You just ain't open enough to receive it. You're not open enough to receive it, and you're not like eager enough to search. So one, it takes being open enough to receive it, and then two, it takes being. Let me just get my other phone real quick, and then two, it takes being in a place to want to search for the answers. So, I mean, to me, it's mind boggling. That's why I had to come on YouTube and be like, man, the solution to everybody's problem is in a fucking book. Like, if you broke as fuck, I guarantee they got a book on it to show you how to do it. Now, the book can't make you follow through with it, but I just don't want people to live life like there's no solution. Like, that's what I'm really on is I don't want people to live life like what it is. What it is that people live life like the solution doesn't exist. When reality, people don't want the solution that's presented because there's a solution to every problem that's out there. And I believe that solution to every problem is found in a book. Like every problem is solved with something that somebody else has went through already. So if you know the cheat code is learning from somebody else and then understand that you have to iterate it yourself, then why not give yourself the cheat code? Why not? Like I'm all for people being able to read books for entertainment purposes and read books for like not thinking about their problems in life, I guess I can't say I'm all for that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be standing on business and standing on who I am if I was gonna go back and say I'm all for people like reading books that make them not think about their problems, especially if they need to be handling their business. But like I am for people being able to read books and assimilate knowledge that really matters for them in a time when they know that they have to do something when the knowledge is available for them. So like that's the biggest thing, man. I want to come on here real quick and like talk about that shit. Y'all had to get that. Sometimes I say stuff and I want to be able to say it later on. Y'all, trust me, documentation is key, man. It may seem like it's the worst times now because people don't have their freedom of speech how we think we should with the security and all the hacking and the compliance stuff that's going on. But documentation is key. But yeah, y'all, I ain't want to, you know what I'm saying, just keep harping on and on something I feel like I got my point across with. I just wanted to put that out there on YouTube that like don't make no excuse, y'all. The solution to your problem is found in the book. You know what I'm saying? It may be my book once again, Have Your Happiness, JB Waters, Barnes and Nobles, Amazon, Target, Walmart, thrift books, all of those places. Or maybe in another book. You know, it might be the Bible for you, it might be the Quran for you, but just don't let up on find a solution and realizing that the solution, somebody's already found a solution to your problem. So it's out there. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's already found a solution to your problem. You just got to be able to say, you know what? Let me do this. Let me do my part. Like that's the thing, bro. That's like the fucking thing. Let me turn it down real quick. Like that's another thing I gotta record. Like that's the thing. When it comes to solving your problems, all you gotta do is your part because the world has already did their part because somebody already been through what you've been through and documented and wrote down the solution to your problem already. That's like I'm trying to say that's the biggest cheat code that I found from reading books that are about like development and growth because it's like wow, the cheat code is already there. And it's not just you hearing from like your mama or your cousin or somebody who's too close to you or who's somebody who cannot look from an objective standpoint, but like really being able to say like, yo, there's several different testimonies from people who have lived my life close enough that if I tried to cater my situation and the way I go about solving my situation the same way they did, I could potentially have a solution the same way they did and get results they got, if not better. And once I believed that, it was over with. Like once I believed that, it was over with. You know what I'm saying? And that's the part that's the biggest part. Like the cheat code is out there, y'all. Like there's only a few cheat codes in this world, man. And they will always be hitting. I think, in my opinion, and I'm gonna say this too. There's only a few cheat codes in this world, and they will always be hidden. But in my opinion, they're in plain sight, and they're only hidden because people don't take the time to remove the rock. You know, it's like all you gotta do is remove the rock. Just remove the veil, and you'll see what's behind it. Pull the curtain back, open up the motherfucking door, and you'll see what's behind it. So, like the cheat code is there. It just seemed like it's hidden. In reality, it's in plain sight. And it only seemed like it's hidden because people don't want to do their part to find it. So yeah, man, like y'all tell me what y'all think on YouTube, whoever get to see this, but a solution to every fucking problem is in the book, y'all. Don't ever forget that. Don't ever forget it. Like if you anything you can think, anything you think, the cheat code is there. The world has done a part. The world has done a part. The world has done its part by documenting. Thank God. Thank God for all the people that came upon some enlightenment and put it down for the next person to be able to embrace it and find it. Now you just got to do your part. You just got to go do your part and be like, all right, you know what? They already did their part. I just got to do my part and assimilate and applicate. Assimilate and apply. It's assimilate and then application. Assimilation, application. You take it in, you use it. All right. I hope this helps somebody, man. Go like, subscribe, follow, share. This knowledge is for us. It's not just for me. I would love for this to be for some likes and love for it to be for some monetization. But to be honest, I don't even give a fuck as long as people hear this because it needs to be shared, man. I love y'all. Stay well, be conscious, and remember to write your world into existence. Waters.